which is this one here. That's that one there. And if you attach them this way, it'll give you like these little bow tie shapes in there. And this is another kind of a fractal, another kind of a pattern, another kind of a design. And then when I got to this shape here, then I noticed where these kind of hash lines are, is that if you start dividing them, right, in two equal halves again, and reattaching them, you'll come up with all these different ones here. That looks better like this. You know, that's kind of cool. That's another kind of a, I don't know, a shield shape or something like that. And once again, this came out of the septagon. That was another one. Divided into two halves, then reattached, reconfigured. It gave me that shape. And then I also found that one. And I found patterns for those ones. It's this one. So this one is there. And then when I found a way to attach these ones, it gave me that kind of a design there, or a pattern, and once again, it's a fractal. Right? So that was another one. And then I found how do you do this? This is facing this way. Oops. This is facing like this. In fact, that's the very one I've used here. See? Just like that. And then when I attached them this way, look at that. It gave me a perfect 5. Now that was really cool. I wasn't expecting that. So out of this reconfigured septagon, I mean, first of all, I had to reconfigure the septagon to get this shape. And then when I found a way to attach them so that they would give me like a cool looking design, it ended up giving me this. A perfect 5, even though that's not a perfect 5-pointed star as we know it to be, but it's a perfect 5 in terms of its the balance or whatever, right? So that's really cool. Yeah, I would have never thought I'd get a 5 out of using, and interestingly enough, I used 5 reconfigured septagons, and then it gave me that 5. And then I found this one, which is this one. That's, is it that one or is it, whoops. You see I'm having some trouble here in my high budget studio in my Manhattan loft here, Okay, do I have the right one here. Where's it? Oh, boy, what's going on is I ended up finding a bunch more. There are also these ones. I found a whole bunch more just out of that septagon. That's this one here. And at first I couldn't find a way to connect that, and then I did, and it produced this pattern here. It's kind of a scepter kind of shape or something like that, and once again it's a fractal. It's a interesting design. And then there was this one. There's this one here, which is right there. And you kind of have to play around with it, as I've said before, and I ended up finding a way so that it would connect and it would produce a fractal type of pattern and design. And it gave me this kind of squiggly kind of shape in there. And I was limited to my 8 by 11 piece of paper here, but as you can see, that'll continue on. Like I said, it is a fractal, and I don't know, maybe it'll look better this way, but that's that one. So that was another cool looking design that I found. And then there was this one. This is that there. And when I found a way to make that one work, that gave me that pattern. So that will continue as well as a fractal type design. That's that one there. And then this one is the special ending. I believe it is this shape here. Is it? No, that's not it. Yeah, I've got so many of these, it's confusing. Can I find it? Oh, there it is. It's that one there. This was the one for the dragon wings. That one was there. And then I found a way that it took me a while, and finally I found a way that would all connect nicely. And then I found a very interesting dragon wing shape in the middle, which is that right there. So that's pretty cool. So, so from the original septagon, there was this one. Well, actually, like I said, there was so many I lost count. Let me backtrack here a bit. See if I can. Oh, there it is. It's right in front of me here. Okay. So it was these ones. So it was these. That was all from the Decepticon. So that's 5 of them there. Then it was another 2 there. So that's 7. Then there was this one. That was 8. That was 9. That was 10. That was 11. That was 12. And 13. That was the last one there. That gave me the dragon wings. And there could be more. There could be more. I mean, this is just what I found so far. And anyways, I think this is my longest video to date. And this is quite a while in the making of all this, really. Like I said, I had to go revisit some work, and then I found a couple more things to add to it, and I thought it was worthy of a video. And of course, it needed some kind of a geometrical introduction, which brings me to my conclusion for now. I mean, you never know. I might find some other interesting stuff that is geometry related, and to me, if geometry is used properly and respectfully, and like I said, I do consider it to be one of the divine kind of maths sciences, if you will. And if I find any more things, I will most likely post them. But yeah, there was some interesting stuff to share there. Some really cool patterns, designs, and fractals. And so I showed a few things there, and there's stuff there that I have not found. There's only so much time that I can give this. I've shown you how to do it. If anyone's interested, they can start to explore and start to see if they can come up with some new geometry, some new patterns, new designs, and like I said, this is all based on actual geometry, where I'm not breaking its rules. I'm not like just coming up with stuff on the fly. Like, I have to stay true to the proportions and stay true to the very laws of geometry itself. There's a lot of stuff these days where they're doing these kinds of geometrical looking random kind of pieces just thrown together, and listen, I understand. I've actually seen a couple of examples of that where it did look really cool, but at the same time, if something like that gets turned into a kind of a trend or something like that, and all of a sudden you have everybody's doing that, and it's not actually based on any true principles of geometry, and a lot of it's not even actually attractive for me personally, in my opinion. It's just like this. It's a kind of a cheapened kind of way of doing mosaics, and um, it's also kind of cheating, where like you don't actually have to know any geometry at all just to do that, you know. And and like I said, it's okay. It has its place, and I have seen a few examples where it did look really cool. I'm not knocking everybody for it, but at the same time, I have seen a lot of it which I was rather disappointed in. And that was another reason why I made this video, was I actually wanted to share this with people. So it's like, here you go, guys. This is how you can do it. You wanna look for new stuff? There's new stuff out there. I've only just shown you like a bit here. It depends how much time you want to put in this and how much you're willing to, you know, experiment with all these shapes and all this kind of stuff. Like I said, it's like a puzzle. It's like geometry has its own kind of language, you know, and it gave me this kind of a puzzle and said, hey, well, what can you do with this? And that's what I did. I found a few ways to make these things work, where otherwise it would have seemed like, impossible, or it would have seemed illogical, right? Or nonsensical. It's like, well, what are you doing, man? You know, you're doing this or that or that. And it was like, well, here you go. Here's proof that that it can work. So, anyways, I think I've said enough. And like I said, I think this is going to be my longest video to date, and hopefully I've done it some justice here. So yeah, if anyone really is into either looking for new geometrical designs, or new geometrical patterns, or new geometrical fractals, well, here's a few. I've just shown you a few, and I've also shared some ways and some techniques in how to go looking for these things. And as I've stated in my video before, that I did learn a few of these techniques from other people, and I've mentioned who they are. From in my opinion, since the days of Plato, all the way to our most recent was Frank Chester, who actually made some breakthroughs and discovered new grounds in geometry. And like I've said before, it's a very expansive field. People don't actually realize geometry is extremely extensive, I should say. There's a lot more to geometry than just drawing, coming up with some basic shapes and some kind of basic kind of fractals and so forth. I mean, there's a whole other world out there, which I'm probably only just scratching the surface here. It takes time. It takes time, and I'm sure there's a few people out there who are actually probably really interested in this kind of stuff, and so that's why I thought it was worth sharing. And on that note, I think I will end this. How about we do a little closing shot of the dragon wing?